Greetings. I am Clorinde, a champion duelist of the court of Fontaine. If you wish to hire my services, please state the nature of your dispute. You may leave out any extraneous details. Those are no concern of mine. I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel. In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law. A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe. Prey will usually rest on rainy days, but not the hunter. The battle between wind and rain appears to have reached its end. Hopefully, that was the sound of one more villain being removed from the world. This is a new sight for me. A rather bleak one, I must say. I have never missed Fontaine so much in all my life. Good morning. I'm going for coffee shortly. Would you like to join me? I brought coffee cups. You can borrow one if you need. Apologies. I don't get off work till later. Here, take this sandwich. It'll keep the wolf from the door. I'm afraid I'm unable to share any wine recommendations with you, but I can recommend a few lesser-known restaurants that are well worth a visit. Good night. I'll be heading to bed as soon as I've completed my nightly weapon maintenance. Every newspaper is plagued by reporting that is neither particularly fair nor remotely just. Some writers allow their views to be swayed by personal connections and promises of mora. If you want to find out the truth of a situation, the best way is to go to the people directly involved. Ask your own questions and come to your own conclusions. At the very least, don't let other people's deceitful tongues serve as a substitute for your own brain. Before every duel, I wipe my sword down with a cloth soaked in a special cleaning liquid. It's partly to keep it in good working order, but it also helps me to remain calm and rid my mind of any intrusive thoughts. You're a fellow sword wielder. Do you have any similar rituals? I've seen many people get into a dispute over the most trivial thing, take it as a grave affront to their personal dignity, and end up bringing the matter to court. As if that's not already ridiculous enough, they then opt for a duel. As a champion duelist, I have no qualms about settling matters of honor with a duel. Still, how can I put this? For the average citizen of Fontaine, I would have thought that questions like whether Marcotte really belongs in coffee are not so crucial to resolve that they warrant the drawing of swords. You've seen bloaty floaties before, yes? It's hard to predict where they will fly to and how fast, which makes them good for target practice. Or rather, they would be, if you didn't have to go out into the wild to find one. If only someone out there was willing to cultivate them domestically. A champion duelist's job is not that complicated. In fact, you could say it's one of the simplest jobs there is. Defeat your opponent, as requested by the trial court. That's all there is to it. Perhaps that's why some people colloquially refer to me as an executioner. I do hope those journalists stop harassing me while I'm just trying to enjoy a cup of coffee, buy a bunch of flowers, or read a book. Otherwise, I may have to file a lawsuit to make an example of one or two of them. If they request a duel, I'll make them bring their camera, and in the interest of fairness, I too will bring only a camera. I like meaty dishes in general, but only if the meat is fresh. There's nothing like the flavor of freshly hunted meat cooked over the grill with a little salt to taste and a portion of sour fruits on the side. You should come hunting with me sometime. I'll cook for you. I don't enjoy fish. There's too many bones, and I can't stand the smell. Maybe it's because I had my fill of fish as a child. The flavor is perfect. Exactly how I like it. Don't let the journalists or gourmets in on this, though. They only know how to appreciate food through the lens of a camera or the words of a newspaper article. This is fine food. I'll enjoy it slowly so it lasts longer. Ugh. You're lucky this wasn't served in a restaurant, or the diners would be complaining to the chef. Happy birthday. I have a gift for you. It's a short sword necklace that I made myself. In the Marechaussee hunter's tradition, on a new member's first birthday as a hunter, her mentor will make her a short sword necklace with her name engraved, to be worn with the sword hanging over the chest. This is to symbolize interrogating her own heart at sword point. Will I tread the path of treachery? Is there doubt in my heart? Or am I resolved to eradicate all evil? Though you're not a Marechaussee hunter, I believe that you're committed, like I am, to fighting the good fight. Why a sword and not a musket? Because guns can misfire. Also, there's something a little inelegant about interrogating your heart at gunpoint. Interesting. This is certainly an improvement. Even my sword feels more at home in my hand now, like an extension of my own body. I feel like my eyesight just improved. Let me do a test shot on that leaf over there. As a warrior yourself, I don't believe you require my help. But should you ever wish to borrow my strength, I will fight for you with everything I have, as always.